New from Maroon. New Maroon asked me to write that. She said it doesn't mean anything. From Maroon. Coronation of the new queen from Qatari. I one of the sixth grade general, Willie Oppenheimer, was here as an envoy for the Scarlet Moon Empire. It would have been interesting if we ran into George Prime. Human Man from Urda. 2 or 3 of them once approached me with their stinking breath and wicked intention. What were they thinking? We're uncomfortable races. Couldn't they understand that? Or are they truly that foolish? Elf Girl from Wilhelm. Man, cold stuck-up woman like her really turns me on. Human or not, who cares? My love doesn't discriminate. Elf Girl. Mapmaker from Isato. I thought Urda must have been the one to lead your highness through the forest to Lunas, but I was wrong. Humans making it through those woods on their own. That's amazing. Beaver from Bernadette. I thought they might get angry if I say it. I think they're cute. There's a race in the island nation called Makeabolts. They're really cute too. I'll show you your highness someday. Beaver from Bernadette. From Sun Min. She gave me a big hug. It felt just like once of mom's. It made me so happy. Wear Me Off Nature from Rania. He makes the same sound Wear Me Off too. Is he human? Sato from Takamo. I'm upset he came to confront me, but how I made it into that forest? What does it mean? How? Can everyone do it? I don't know how to respond. No title from Chisato. I love you, Prince. Let's get married. Rumor from Lorelei. There's a fake rumor going around totally I've been bullying Vicky. It's totally not true. She's the one that opened that hole in the forest ruins, stealing and let me out. Just want to know why she keeps denying it, that's all. Roy from Yakis. The sides are a little different, but there's really is a resemblance. They'll never fool me or the princess though. Min from Hasworth. She and Lim have so much in common, don't they? Their agents, of course, but also their energy and their courage. Moon from Ernst. I've been human this whole night, but even as I try to write, I find that I have far too much to say. Forgive me, I will put my talk in order by the next full moon. Secret from Jin. I wonder if you remember that cave. Want to go back there? Fishing from Shubala. You better come, if you don't, I'll make trouble. Megan Lawn from Yakis. A couple of gold dust thief, huh? You never know how fate will bring your people. You would never know how fate will bring people together. Beaver from Hasworth. Which one do you like, Freyjadour? I think Maron is the softest and most cuddly. Looking for something from Chisato? Excuse me, I was wondering if maybe your highness got a love letter of some sort of this book recently? It was part of the script for an unfinished puppet show and may have wound up in the box. On second thought, never mind. Please, don't tell me where it's gonna end up. I'll be so embarrassed. Title from Muller. Why are you just standing around reading all this letter? Get to work. Sata from Toma. I'm sorry, Prince. I was the one that put Chisato letter in this block. I didn't know it was for one of her show. I hope Chisato not mad at me. That luminous woman from Maroon. Prince, you've got to help me. She thinks I'm her teddy bear. Maroon asked me to write that from Maroon. Gilderic from Marina. Hey, he was back with last opponent in the second games, right? Prince, let's get rid of that guy. Dear friends from Leon. I am very sorry I couldn't protect you. Please don't worry about me. Just carry on with your princely duties. Godric from Richard. Is he the guy who won the second games? Well, he's not Muller, so we'll see if I care about him. Your guy from Waban. He's not bad for a human, of course. He doesn't hold a candle to me. Detective from Catherine. You give off the same 5 as my cohort. I wonder if I give off that 5 too. Mosen from Dongo. He said he wanted to sell better armor, so he asked me, of all people, to make him some. Yeah, but all I've ever done other than weapon is stuff like spikes and rail fitting, so it was no help at all. It is disappointing all around. That girl who likes mechanical things from Folga. Why did she call me Blackbird number 2? What does that even mean? Please tell her to come explain. No, from Aaron. No, from Biffin number 4. Murren asked me to write that. I'm currently Biffin number 3, from Murren. Raging Nostrum, from Sagiri. That frog loses its power quickly, so you can't make a lot of it in advance. So the stuff they're using can be from the old organization. They have to be making new batches. They don't know how to make it, so that means they'll use it again. I'll be careful if I were you. Star Rune from Leffy. It's related to the Night Rune, but like the Dawn Rune, there's only one in the world. I wonder why she has it. Alphas Wabon. They say the Alphas and Dwarfs are really going at each other up in the Northern Continent. But don't worry, with Dwarf here in Falena never even think about Elves. We're expanding our operation from Mirun. Our big outer bat is ready now. It's really big and it makes batting. Mirren asked me to write that from Mirren. Hazard. Louis' calligraphy is illegible. Mining cards from Sorensen. Everybody alone talk about how great they are, so I went to see it for myself. They were even better than I imagined. I'll bet if Waban and Professional worked together, they could make something even better. This is if they could manage to play nice. Flail and Byakuran from Rahal. Those two just don't get along well. Even I have a hard time calming Flail down after she sees Byakuran. Flail is usually calm, even in the heat of battle. I wonder what's gotten into him. Missy from Sun Min. Prince, if you ever find any baby fishes, please give them to me. I can rest them up to big. Missy from Sun Min. Maximally Knight from George. I know a lot about those knights. Several Matthias Ruben business. They're up to the job. Small hazard. You can make a few words here and there, but you don't know what they mean. People from foreign land from Taylor. Come to think of it, a lot of people from countries other than Falena have joined the Loyalist army. I'll bet if I interview all those foreigners and got their stories, it would make a really interesting articles. Dune from Rug. I hear she's been your highness ally ever since you founded the army. That's one tough girl. She's the first girl I've ever seen who doesn't fear the dragon horse at all. And she wasn't even born in Sauronix. Dwarf from George. Fallen dwarves are a bit different from the ones I know. I'm not. The dwarves are all shut in. They hate men. They hate elves. They just keep on their own. Still, the Northern Continent's got plenty to see. I should go there someday. The wife from Locke. Probably won't believe it till you see it, but the wife can drink anybody under the table, Scanacans even. She knows liquors too. She's really picky about flavors and brand and all. Waban from Zunda. Well, I guess he's behaving just like a proper dwarven leader. It's amazing what you can do if you apply a little effort. Armor from Isabel. Is my armor really old and strange? It's just that it's easy to move in, that's all. People ask if it even protects me, but the truth is that Matthias is all the armor I need. Playing the flute from Nick. Every time I try to practice, Urine and Ash stop me. They're so mean. Hilderic from Sigure. Never seen him before, but based on his age, we shouldn't be in the organization around the same time. Algil from Gallium. The other day I had the chance to have a heart-to-heart talk with him. I fear he bore a grudge against me for not saving Lord Belvery, but it turned out he feared the same of me. Make a bet from Nick. Dear Prince, please bet on X, I just know we'll win. The Dragon Cavalry from Gavaya. Those cavalry guys, all the ladies faint and swoon over them. There's more to a man than just a pretty face. But why am I bothering to tell a mere knave this? The girl cheat at cards from Hallett's. Info, was it? What an amateur. She doesn't have any idea how dangerous gambling can be. Then again, second like her make a gambler's word go round. Dylan from Locke. How come she's always over at the Reggie Horse place lately? I know the cavalry's filled with all them pretty boys. Wonder what she's doing with them. Hardhead from Hallett. Okay, now if the Dragon Cavalry was complaining, that would be one thing. But the only guy with a problem is that Hardhead, you know? The one who's permanently stuck to the tactician? Rules this, rules that, blah blah blah, man. I'm so sick of that guy. Yuma from Sarmista. Well, there are a problem, but it's a sister's right to travel with her brother. Isn't that correct, Your Highness? Miss Pepper from Sula. It's interesting. It really is. Many believe that leader control information to make it easier to control the people, but that's actually wrong. They only do it because they're afraid that someone will expose their incompetence as leaders. Against such fools, an ally like Taylor is worth 100,000 soldiers. Dragon Cavalry from Nellis. I hear of their exploit even in the Island Nation, but I never knew exactly how great they were until now. No wonder Lord Godwin would resort to dirty tricks. He's that desperate to keep them away. Gambling advice from Hallett. Hey Prince, you don't like gambling. Now that isn't right. An army general being so narrow-minded. It's not like war, you know. You can lose, but you don't die or anything. Come on, give it a shot. How about it? Out from Craig. One would think that I, as a commander of the Dragon Cavalry, would object to wagering on almost sacred training. However, the odds accurately reflect the skill of the mounts and rider involved, and they provide great incentive. It may be untoward for me to say, Your Royal Highness, but Hallett is indeed quite a bookmaker. If Sarah and Linfa from Norma. I heard they want to talk to me about something. I wonder what it's about. Why? From Nick. Why are there so many girls in the Loyalist army? We'd never had that problem back in the Gordius. What kind of army is this? Rude mistress from Rania. Your sons are quite unusual. There are many of them. Overlapping. Pure. Quite beautiful as well. Gossiping from Baston. She was always talking about how backward her home country was. Now I see she was talking about armors. I don't think any culture can be called advanced or backward. Different flowers bloom in different regions. Gaia Wargander from Soon. Zegai, Balkud, all those guys, Wargander are amazing people. And I've only gotten to work for them because of my time as gladiator. When I think about it that way, I guess being a gladiator wasn't such a bad thing. Gilbert of the West from Boss. I want to settle things with him, myself. But you, Your Highness, you got to him first. Lucky for him, eh? Reggie Nostrum from Murad. I could never leave such a dangerous rock just lying around, but I have to have some on hand to make the antidote. So, misreading the antidote may be the tricky part, especially if they took the drug of their own free will. New tools from Dongo. The hammer I'm using now is getting really tough to work with. It's too bad. Couple at the inn from Marina. I went to see them as soon as the battle in Zonefish ended. They're both in good health. Max. There are 3 scratches across the paper, but nothing else. From Rahal. I guess I was against the batting at first, but it helped while training. Nick and Axe especially. I suppose I don't mind if it's continue. Armista from Kyle. Man, I've never been with a foreign chick, but I wouldn't mind a little exchange program with her. The man in the Underground Passage from Soon. Egbert, was it? I certainly never expected to run into him again here at your castle, Your Highness. Max. There are several bite marks on the paper, but nothing else. Ergate from Qatari. Everyone in my organization is talking about this Falena assassin. I suspect that they only pretend to disband, but it looks like the real truth is even more complicated. Twilight Rune from Jin. See, he's chosen his own host. I knew it would. Sorry about that, from Axe. It looks like Axe saw Nick writing a letter and wanted to try it himself, from Yoran. Zun, from Balkut. When I talk to him, it brings back memories of my own days in the ring. Alec, from Yoran. You know, at first I told him to stop gambling on the dragon horses. But even since it started, the dragon horses have been getting better and better. Maybe it's not so bad after all. Mad at you, from Morun. You owe me an apology, and I'm not gonna forgive you until you come in here and give it to me. Locke, from Rook. Locke come in the other day, fell us that, and started yelling at us. He kept saying, "Which of you been trying to sweet talk my daughter? I wonder what that's all about." Final advertisement from Mosen. Thank for your patronage at Mosen number 0 Armor Shop. We live up to our names as the finest armor shop in Falena. If you can't get it here, you can't get it anywhere. Come on down to our store and see what we have to offer. Bring a friend. I'm a boy from Yoran. If Sarah is planning on taking me to the woman bath, you gotta help me. Glory again, Prince, from Phelan. Roy put his costume on again and called Muran a whole bunch of mean names. I'll go make him apologize. Idiot Pop from Lun. Grr, he's got it all completely wrong. I've only been going there to see the dragon horses. You mean-o from Lu? Come on, you said you want to be all talk alone on the roof. But you skip out. You mean-o. Interesting lineup from Samista. We've got people here from the northern continent, from the island nation, from all over. There's never been a better chance for all this culture to come together and get to understand one another. Sula from Boss. Well, him being the guy who took over my town and all, I thought I'd go give him a piece of my mind. But after I met him and we talked man to man, I didn't feel like complaining anymore. I don't even know how he did it. He sweet talked his way right past me. My husband from Kisara. I went ahead and apologized to the dragon cavalry about him making such a big fuss. I know he worries about Loon, but what does he have to jump to conclusion like that? How embarrassing. More run from Roy. Really sorry about the other day. I didn't mean for that whole thing to go down like that. It just pissed me off. Cause when I see him, I think about the old days, so it just happened. I didn't plan it. Now I'm really mad from Moron. So it wasn't your highness after all, eh? Now I'm angrier than ever. Standing from New Sara. Freyjadour, Richard Yoran. Zegai from Yoran. What I did to him was inexcusable. He said he already forgotten it, but I don't know. An idiot Varus boys from Phelan. He came to apologize for making Roy into a bandit. What's the deal with that? Lou from Phelan. Roy confesses. He said he dressed up like your highness and made Lou promise to meet him alone up the roof. What in the world was he thinking? Captain of the Varus garrison from Northern. He came to apologize to me too. He said that confronting the people of Lord Lake 2 years back was one of the scariest things he's ever done. He said that's why he gave the order to attack, but that he's regretted it ever since. Well, it's not my place to say this sort of thing. Please forgive him. Varus family from Goask. To tell the truth, I want to smack him, but I held back. You're embarrassed from Tal Gale. To be honest, it seems too late for him to apologize now, but we are considering forgiving him all the same. Lou from Roy. Hey, sorry I got you involved. That girl never shut up. She kept calling me Prince Number 2. That pissed me off. And how come Phelan's mad at me? What'd I do to her? Louis Evildor from Isabel. He came to apologize for trying to take advantage of me. He was such a changed man that even Matthias was shocked. Are you the one who reformed him? If so, you must be pretty intimidating. Alpha Racket from Cornelio. Keep those dragon horses quiet at night. You think no one can hear them? My door and me off certainly can. Prince Number 2 from Lou. Oh, it was Prince Number 2. Now it's clear. Good thing I didn't show either. You were an old talk about not showing, so I thought you were a Mino. But you're no Mino, Prince Number 2 is. Full of Palia from Din. Well, I haven't quite let go of all my dubs. I think he can be trusted. If I put my prejudice aside, I see his fine character. He doesn't try to hide the interests of Armors either. Guy with the comp over from Linfa. What is name? Hallett? Just who does he think he is? He makes me so mad with his I'm a more experienced gambler than you kind of attitude. I understand from Rahal. I have heard Cornelia complaints, and Flail also told me that Byakuran can hear them too. You should ask the dragon horses to keep their voices down at night. Tea ceremony from Raja. I'm holding a tea ceremony in my room for older people, but of course your highness is invited as well. Evolving Breach from Sorensen. I went with the professor and we fixed up the gears as good as new. Now we can move it anytime we want. The Fodder Collection from Urim. I shall ask Baston to sell off everything. It might not be a lot of money, but it should help the war efforts and all those suffering people, if even a little. Commander of the Western Marine Corps from Lele. I know I said that he was up to something, but there's no signs of anything like that at all. Your Highness and my lady were absolutely right. Look at me, going around casting suspicion. I must be a very small person. Healing the wounds of war from Lucretia. I have to begin this process, but I'm afraid I don't have the skill. I'm the bringer of storm after all. Twilight Room from Zweck. You remember the carved seal of the Twilight Room within the ruins in the Dweeb Twilight Forest? You must know where I'm going with this. Heil for Volga. The reason he left Blackler 10 years ago was because he flirted with the Beers. Adopted daughter, he had to go. He is into just about every kind of girl, but he's always had a special weakness for upper curse girl with a wild side. Phelan. Got the wrong idea, Prince. I really don't have a problem with the bodyguards of yours. Can you tell her that, please? Standing from Nipsara. Yoran, Freyjadour, Thoma. Ha! Thoma. Gazelle from Urim. I understand my feeling now. I was jealous of him. His horsemanship, character, pedigree, popularity. I was inferior to him in every way. Even my desire to marry the princess, that was just so I could have at least one thing over him. This world is huge from Hazuki. Since coming here, I discovered so many incredible, powerful people. I must still be a child to consider myself to one single loss to a man like Balkut. Still on to even the score. I will beat him. Ula from Lu. No boy should be allowed to be that pretty. Byakuran and Flail from Gano. Those two see each other as rivals, so they're mean to each other whenever they meet. I guess you could say they're so similar that they drive each other up the wall. We should just let them be.
That's what Geno said from Fuala Fualu. Newspaper article from Richard. A newspaper report was doing interview in the bed one time, but the article never came out. I'm not quite sure, seeing as I left in the middle of things, but did something bad happen? Right, from Miyakis. He fooled me. Well, he'll be a littler if he tries again. Leon saw right through him though, be surprised there. Kishan from Mirun. A peeping Tom keeps showing up, friends. Please ask him to stop. Mirun asked me to write that from Murun. Young Miss Aris from Sula. Who exactly is she anyway? If she's from Nagaria, there are a few things I'll have to think about. Nagaria is a potential enemy nation for armors too. But I guess we have no right to talk, seeing as we pushed into Falena recently ourselves. Confident Aris. There are many speculation about Aris' origins going around, but Aris must never reveal the truth. As long as Aris in this castle, she'll be the one chosen by the Dawn Rune. Such is her confidence.